management accounting MA1 paper of ACCA, or those students who wish to learn about the spreadsheet and the Excel functionality. So this is going to be a helpful video for you. Now, first of all, before I proceed, let me guide you that this is what I have opened up. This is a Microsoft Office Excel that I've opened up right now. And this MS Excel, there are multiple versions. You could see Office 365. You could have Office 2018. You could have Office 2017, etc., etc. So depending upon the whichever edition, whichever version of Excel you are using, you will accordingly get that specific, whichever version of Microsoft Office you are using, you will accordingly get the Excel on the basis of that. So this is a specific chapter, which is named as a spreadsheet. Let's just start discussing about this chapter. First of all, the first thing with respect to this spreadsheet is we need to understand that what is the concept of a spreadsheet. So what is this spreadsheet? So generally speaking, what happens is whenever you've got an electronic document, which is made up of rows and columns, that is going to be considered as a spreadsheet. So if you've got an electronic document which is made up of rows and columns, that is going to be considered as a spreadsheet. What we have in front of us right now is a Microsoft Excel file. And in this Microsoft Excel file, you need to understand that the MS Excel, what is this MS Excel? It's a type of a spreadsheet. MS Excel is a type of a spreadsheet. Now, so where are the rows, where are the columns in it? So you see this horizontal cells, this is going to be considered as row number 5. This is a row, which is the horizontal cells are considered to be rows. And this is going to be considered as a column, the vertically. So when we talk about the column is actually the vertical cells. So when we talk about the spreadsheet, so what exactly do you mean by a spreadsheet? A spreadsheet is an electronic document which is made up of rows and which is made up of columns. So you've got the rows in here. These are the rows, and you've got columns, which is this, the column B, column A, column C, column D, column E, column F, etc., etc., etc. So that's the first concept behind the spreadsheet. That what is a spreadsheet? A spreadsheet is one of the electronic documents. What it does is it is actually made up of columns and it is actually made up of rows. Now, so what are these boxes? These boxes are actually termed as cells. So cells is basically something that's created out of the intersection of row and column. So when you intersect a row and a column, so what do you get? You get a cell. I repeat, when you intersect a row and a column, what do you get? You get a cell. So with respect to the Excel, there are multiple things that you need to understand, which is that if I'm clicking in it here, which is D, so this is actually D3. This is the address bar. This is this reference that this is what the active cell is. D3, then D4, A1. This is F and this is 8. So this is F8. So this is what is going to be considered as name box. This is the name box. And what is this considered to be? This is considered to be a formula bar. This is considered to be formula bar. So whenever you click on a cell and whatever that is mentioned in that cell, that will appear here in the formula bar. Now, why do we use this spreadsheet? Why do we use this Excel? So for this, let me help you that usually it's used for multiple purposes, but major purpose of using this Excel or spreadsheet is to achieve the various objectives, to achieve the various financial calculations that are done quite easily through this spreadsheet. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to talk about some of the functions with respect to this spreadsheet. One of the functions that you need to understand with respect to this spreadsheet is that a new file, that how to open a new file. So let me explain to you how to open a new file. You click on this Office button and you click on this new. When you click on this new, you will see that there are multiple options in front of you. One of them is this blank workbook. Then you've got install templates. You could actually open up multiple types of templates. I mean, like these are the pre-uploaded templates that are available on the MS Excel which you are using, or they could be downloaded from the web also, or they could be purchased from the web also. So maybe let's say if I open up this loan amortization, what I'm going to get is I'm going to get this loan amortization schedule, which is something that is available as one of the templates here. Maybe I could offer up these. There are multiple types of templates that are available, which you can obtain using the online options of the Excel also. So what I'm just doing right now is I'm just referring to the installed templates. And let's say if I've got this sales report. So I'll open up this sales report. So it's a type of report, that's a format which is given to you, that product, customer, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, etc. by product. So you've got a template. All that you have to do is that you have to delete them. You have to delete these products and you have to actually change their name. Whatever you say syrup over here, you say pharma over here, etc., etc. You can go about it. But anyways, what I've done right now is I've just opened up the different types of reports just to tell you that in case if you wish to open up a spreadsheet file, how can you open up? Now again, I'll go back again and I'll say open new. So there is this blank workbook which I'm going to open up, and this is what the blank workbook that you can see. These lines which are appearing, these are termed as grid lines. What are these lines termed as? These lines are termed as grid lines. So these lines which are appearing, they're actually termed as grid lines. Now, so these lines, what they're termed as grid lines. Now what next is there? Let's move a bit forward. So what you know is that if you have to open up a new file, how would you do it? You would do it this way. The second thing that we can understand is that at times what happens is there is an already existing file that you wish to open up. So for example, I'll click on open, and if I've got multiple files available, let's say I've got this Excel file available. This is the logo of the Excel. So I open it up. So what am I going to get? I'm going to get this file. What am I going to get? I'm going to get this file. So this is something that you could do if you have already saved a file and you wish to open up that file. So this is how you can open up that file of Excel. Now, so we also know that open file is that open an existing file. If you already have an existing file that needs to be opened up, so this is how you do it. You click in here, you click open, you've got multiple options. You can browse through your computer and you can open whatever file you wish to open. Now, the next feature that you need to understand is how to save a file. So you see what happens is, if this is the first time that you're saving a file, you can do two things. There's actually a save button here. You can click that. You can use the shortcut of Control plus S. Or what you could do is that you could go in here and you could click the save button here also. So there are multiple options. It's a save file over here, or you save it here, or you press Control S. So let's say if I click in here, since this file is not saved, so it's going to ask me that how do you wish to save? So I'm saying that file name, I'm giving it that spreadsheet explanation. This is what I'm writing down the name of this file. How do you want to save it? Say Excel workbook. So for the time being, I would tell you that leave it as a blank. You have saved it now. Now, so that is basically what, when you have got Control S, that is that you save the existing file. So whenever I do any change, what I could do is that I could just click on the save button, and so my changes, my amendments are actually going to be saved. There's at times something which is termed as save as. What is the save as? I can guide you with the save as. What do we mean by save as? For example, you want to save this file into another format. So you could say save as. It says Excel workbook, Excel in macro enabled workbook, other formats, etc., etc. That is something that you can save it as. Like for example, I'm going to say save it as other formats, and I would say PDF if I could. Okay, the feature is not available in here with me. So you can save it in XYZ format. Now, there is another thing that we do with respect to save as function, which is I could say save as. And again, this is something up here. So I could say spreadsheet explanation 2. Now you see, here you could see the name of this file. Let's say, for example, this is a spreadsheet explanation 2, which is opened up right now. So what I'm going to do is that I would say, let's say I delete it here and I click save. If I close this file, I've closed this file. I'll close this file also. Now there is no Excel file that is opened up right now. Now I'm clicking the open button. If I'm opening up spreadsheet explanation 2, you would see that this specific row that I deleted, it's not here. Now I'm going to close it down. I'm going to open up this spreadsheet explanation, which was the first file. When I open up here, this is appearing here because I did not make any changes in this original file. So what you could do is that you could use the save as button. You could use the save as button to save a copy of file with another name or another format. So what you could do is that you could save a copy of the file with another name, or save a copy of the file with under another format. That is something that you could do. Okay, so this is something that we have done right now with respect to the basic concepts of this spreadsheet. Now what we are going to do is that we're going to discuss further about the spreadsheet functions and etc., etc. So what I'll do is that whatever functions that I'll be teaching, I'll be writing down them here, and I'll be explaining to you each one of them, so that at the end of this session, what you have with you is that